Has FAU somersaulted over a lot of other teams as like your most aggravating fan base?
Oh, easily. They just think they are so elite because they made this one run. You won this one fluky ass game where there were 6 or 7 different calls. Everyone were up in arms about, like, what are we talking about? And it's not like a thing where they're like, hey, Memphis, great game. You guys are great competitors. I can't wait to see what the future holds between us. Because if they said that, I would respect them. I don't respect FAU fans. I don't.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Choosing the right sports betting platform can be tricky, as most mobile sports betting apps come with limited betting options and customization, delayed cash out and withdrawal times, and tedious customer support, and no true loyalty program with continuous rewards even after signing up. All of this leads to a frustrating, one-sided experience. So, how do you find the one which suits you best? Introducing Zen Sports. It combines the best of both worlds, a traditional sports book and a cutting-edge peer-to-peer marketplace. Zen Sports allows you to accept bets against the house, or use our peer-to-peer marketplace to create your own one-of-a-kind bet and set your own odds without the need for a bookmaker. At Zen Sports, you get more betting options and a cashback rewards through our unique welcome bonus, continuous loyalty program every month, and referral rewards delivered directly into your account. So what are you waiting for? Download the Zen Sports app today at zensports.com.
Welcome to Bluff City Bets, a Bluff City Media podcast. Join Daniel Greer and Chase Bobbitt as they give their plays of the day and strategies for success as a sports bettor. Now, let's get to the show.
Yo, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to another show here on Bluff City Media. This is Bluff City Bets, where I try to make you just a little bit smarter and make your cash go a lot farther. This is going to be a fun-filled, fast episode today. I have a lot of things going on personally, so I can't waste any more time. Looking back at last week, it was an okay day. I have been profitable every Sunday so far, so if you are only getting these picks, promise you're missing out. Join the Discord. Hit us up over on Twitter. You can slide into our DMs over at Bluff City Bets. And I promise you can join us for free. Very simple. Let us know that you want to join. We'll slide a link your way, and you can join us there for sure. All right, you know who is on our team already? Well, that's Zen Sports. Zen Sports is the place you want to spend your money. And the reason is it's simple. Just use the code BluffC when you sign up. And what you'll get is for the first 15 days, you get a whole 5% cash back. And then first of the month, we're coming up on it. I told you last week, coming up on it. First of the month, we're going to get up to 3% cash back for just spending our money and betting with Zen Sports. And then if you are a friend, tell a friend, be a friend. And you can get up to 3% cash back for the first 6 months. And that is just easy money. Very easy money. So go ahead and sign up with Zen Sports and download the app where you can bet here in Tennessee, here in the Bluff City, the beautiful, most beautiful land in the world here in Memphis. Use the code BluffC when you sign up, and you'll make sure you start earning today. Let's go ahead and throw your money. We're going to hit on kickers. Yeah, kickers. We're hitting on some kickers today. I'm bringing it back because I think the kickers need some love too. We're also going to hit on some tackles and assists, guys. I have my model that I'm running for that. It has been very, very profitable so far. And then we're going to slide into the college football pick. Just one that I love. Not a college football guy. I love watching. I'm terrible at betting. But I do have a team that I am riding. And then the last 2 picks are going to be our running backs. And I'm going to have one in the 12 o'clock slate. And then the other one's going to be the afternoon slate. But we're going to go ahead and give you all those in order. So let's go ahead and start off with my favorite college football pick. and that's going to be the Washington Huskies. Minus 17.5. I got this over at FanDuel. I put this out, I believe it was Tuesday. I'm not exactly sure, but I got this at minus 115 over at FanDuel. Man, I love this line. I think that I'm on the better side of the hook. I see a lot of people that are getting this line now at 18 and 19.5. I think you want to get it before 20. 20 is a key number. I know 17 is a key number as well, so we're on the wrong side of the hook on that one. But I think this is a much bigger win. I think this is 20 plus easy for Washington, who is probably, in my eyes, one of the best, if not the best teams in all of college football. My model has this at 42 to 19, and I know they're going into Arizona. Arizona, not very good. And honestly, Washington is the best team Arizona will play all year, and I think that they're going to kick them in the teeth, and I think this is going to be a runaway. 42 to 19. We need only 18. I think we're going to make sure we find a way to get there. I think this is a 20 to 21 plus game win. And so the model being at 42-19 just tells me that my eyes are seeing it correctly. All right, so let's go into the NFL. All right, and so I didn't know how to give you all these plays. And so I figured, you know what? We'll just go with a broad stroke. Okay, so they're not going to be on the screen. So if you're just kind of flipping through, let's get the picks. Let's see what it says on the bottom of the screen. Well, I apologize. I didn't have that much time today. So I'm going to give you just a broad stroke of tackles and assists. All right, so I have 3 guys that I love. There's also another guy, and you know what? We tried to say his name last time. Foye Sade. I don't know. Aluakun. He plays for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's their best tackler. He has been amazing all season long. I don't have a line on him. I would expect it to be 9.5. I would imagine at probably minus 115. I'm playing it if it is 9.5 or lower because he has been very good. Looking at the stats just in general against a team and just kind of like pulling up the model, we'll say, looking at who they're going against in the Falcons, the only thing that worries me is their body clock. And so I'm going to kind of stay away unless I get a good line on it. But I just don't love – but Atlanta – right? They've allowed 58 tackles and assists in their first game. Well, the second game, 91 and then 67. So they're averaging 72. They're right at 50% at time of possession. And so that kind of, is iffy. But what I do see over here is on Jacksonville, their time of possession is 47.86%. So they're right underneath. So they'll give a little bit of time possession if they need to. But realistically, we're right at the 50% mark on both teams. I just think he's going to be the best tackler on the field. And so I'm going to go ahead and ride him if the number is good. Don't want to give it out as official play because I don't know what the number is just yet. All right, 3 guys I do know what the number is, and that's going to be Patrick Queen for over 7.5 tackles and assists. All right, if you don't know who Patrick Queen is, well, Patrick Queen is a very good linebacker. He has 31 tackles and assists on the year. He's 3 for the last 3 on this line, so he's had 8+ in every single game. And he averages 10.3 on the year. All right, so all those numbers, they add up right, okay? That makes me feel good against the linebacker, right, out of Baltimore. But what makes me feel the best about this, okay, there's 2 things, is Cleveland. They allow 81.3 tackles and assists a game. They are the leader in tackles and assists. And the reason is because time and possession. They average 36 minutes and 35 seconds of clock. That is roughly 61%. So they are allowing their opponents to only have the ball 39% of the game. They are a ball control team. And because of that, they're going to get those small yardage plays, which gives our linebacker, Patrick Queen, time to scoop up and get his 8 to 10, maybe go over that in this game. I think this is a big game for him. This is a play I love. Probably one of my more favorite plays of the entire slate. The other guy I'm going to ride with is Roquan Smith. All right, so Roquan Smith is the other linebacker for Baltimore. Okay, so I didn't know if I should go ahead and combine both. So what I actually did, and I think this is very important because he has a bigger number. I won't say it's 9.5. Okay. I don't love that as much, even though I do love that matchup. I just don't love those big numbers on a guy who doesn't consistently hit 10 out of 10, 10 plus each and every game. What I did find out is over 3.5 assists. You can get this at -105. I think this is very important because there's going to be a lot of in the mud in this game. And because of that, okay, the last 2 games, 2 games out of the last 3, he's had 8 assists just in the tackles and assists. He has 8. And 1 game he had 2. Okay. So that 1 game, I didn't love the matchup and it showed. He only had 2. But honestly, 8 out of the last 10 games, he's covered this line. He's had 4 or more assists. And so I'm going to keep riding with our dude, Roquan Smith. All right. And the best tackler. And I've said his name from the very first episode that we've been talking about the NFL. And that is Zaire Franklin out of the Colts. He is averaging 15.3 tackles and assists per game. You heard that right. 15.3 tackles and assists per game. Zaire Franklin, his number 10.5. Yikes. And it's at -120, -115. It's kind of going back and forth. Got it at -115, but whatever you're at, it started off at -140, which was crazy to me. I was thinking about hitting the under, but I couldn't bring myself to do that just because the juice was so high. So it's fallen down a little bit. This might be something that you want to see if it ever drops below 10, maybe live during a game. And that's what a friend of mine who follows these closely with me, he said he's going to just target that in hopes that maybe they don't get the ball first and they drop his line straight down to 9.5 to start the game. That would be awesome, but you're going to get that at -130, -135. That's just the truth. So you got to pay a little juice on that. So I'm not scared against here because Zaire Franklin going against the matchup, 67.7 tackles and assists allowed. I don't even remember who they're playing. 67.7. Looking at my numbers here. I don't even see it on here. So anyway, there it is. The Rams. Yep, there it is. He's playing the Rams. And so the Rams, they control the ball some. They're right at the 47% mark. Indianapolis is, they control the ball more. Indianapolis actually controls the ball at 45%. So the Rams control the ball roughly, I would say, what is that number? Los Angeles Rams. How can I not find them? 54%. So they're probably right on that. And so with that being said, having a down week last week is the only reason their number got so low at 67-7. But the first week, 85 tackles and assists allowed, and then 72. And then last week, 46. 46, if you see that number, if you can guess who in the world they played against, and that was Cincinnati. Cincinnati just pushed these games in the mud. And so that is the reason on those. All right, enough of tackles and assists. Let's go ahead and show some love to our kickers. Man, I have a model that runs for kickers. It's not so in-depth. It's very simple. I just look at a couple of things, and it is it's mainly just as simple as field goals allowed, and honestly, field goals taken. I don't look at exactly at how good the kickers are, because if they're not converting on them, that's on that certain kicker. I want to give the option to the kicker if I believe that they're a good kicker. I think that they're going to make those, right, at that certain percent what they're making them as. And so I want to look at field goals allowed, and then I'm going to look at those field goals allowed, the field goals that the defense they're going against allows, and then the percentage the kicker is converting. So with all three of those combined, it gives me a good idea on who I want to target. And so, all right, we're going to go ahead and hit on Dustin Hopkins here at the over 1.5 field goals at +105. Very simple. I trust this kicker. So Dustin Hopkins with the Cleveland Browns, I think, like I said earlier, targeting this game for Baltimore, I think they control the game here with Cleveland. I think they're going to take the points. If you look at the model that I have, Cleveland is a very good team in general on making sure they convert, right? And so that's the main important thing that we're going to look at is how often they convert. And so they're converting. What they've done is 2.7 okay, on the field goals. And honestly, Baltimore, if you look at their stuff, they're giving up a lot. And so I just think that this is a game that's going to be key for go ahead and taking the actual kicks. And so I'm going to go ahead and ride with our guy, Dustin Hopkins. It's at plus money. And the fact that it's at plus money, I think it's a shoe-in a sense, because I think they're going to convert. They're going to go ahead and grab these. And with Baltimore giving up and allowing three or more, but they're allowing on average 3 field goal attempts a game. That's why I'm on this one. All right. So sorry about that one. A lot of confusion. We're going to go back. Brett Maher. He plays for the Rams. I know that. And so we're going to go ahead and look at this. I'm going to ride the hottest kicker right now for the most part. And that's going to be him. And they're converting it. They're taking 3.7 a game. And so with that being said, I'm going to have to just ride the guy who's hot. And so we're going to go over 6.5 points. He's hit this in every single game this year. It's at minus 110. And so we're going to go ahead and ride Brett Maher for the Rams. Easy money. It's on the early game. It's against the Colts. And who do the Colts? What do they give up? Let's just show you the number. They allow 2 a game. Okay. All we need is 2. But I think that they're going to score a lot. I think the Rams are the better team here. But even if they get in the red zone and they settle for field goals, we're going to go ahead and ride Brett Maher. He's going to crush this. He's probably going to hit 3 field goals, I would imagine. But even if he doesn't, all we need is 2 field goals and a touchdown, and we're going to get that. All right, last guy is Brandon Aubrey. He's with the Cowboys. 2+ field goals, minus 115. And the reason I like that is New England's allowing 2.7 field goals. If you actually look at their number, they're allowing more at home. So they're a better defensive team in the red zone at home. And so I think they're playing at home. The Cowboys on the road, coming off of a stinker against the Cardinals. They're going to want them to take the points, especially against the Bill Belichick type defense. They're going to take these points. They're going to run. And they're going to try to get this win and get out of there. Okay. Anytime you play against a guy like Bill Belichick, you want to get the win and get out, because sometimes things can bite you in the butt. And so they're going to take these points. And we're going to cash with Brandon Aubrey out of the Cowboys with 2+ field goals, minus 115. All right. I have 2 more plays, and we're going to have you out of here. Very simple. But before we get there, we have to tell you a little bit more about Zen Sports. Zen Sports is the sports book of choice here at Bluff City Media. And so make sure you go ahead and sign up, download the app. Very simple, very easy. You can go ahead and use their awesome search bar, find the team, find the players that you're looking for, and you can pull it right up. Pull up all of their props if they are players, or the games that you're looking to target, and go ahead and sign up and use the code BluffC. If you use the code BluffC, you can get up to 5% cash back for the first 15 days. 5% cash back for everything that you spend for the first 15 days. And then from there, first of the month, 3% cash back. Easy, easy, easy money. And then up to 3% cash back as well when you are a friend and you tell a friend. Easy enough. Refer your friends. You can get up to 3% cash back for the first 6 months. Big time. All right. So all you have to do is go ahead and sign up now. Spend your money. But when you sign up, use the code BluffC. Simple as that. All right. Let's get into our last plays. And I told you I had 2 running back plays. And it is very, very, very simple. We're going to make these. And we're going to cash. All right. Raheem Mostert. He is with the Miami Dolphins. Over 51.5 rushing yards. I think I got this at minus 115. The model has this at 89.4. The last 2 games, Mostert has ran for 121 yards and 82 yards. Simple as that. The model loves it. I love it. We're talking about we need 52 rush yards against a Buffalo team that's allowing 110.7 rushing yards. And so I know they have another back there, but just trust that they're going to keep riding Mostert there. All right, and the other play that I have is a afternoon play, and it's going to be Tony Pollard for over 69.5 rushing yards at minus 115. He's had 70 or more rushing yards every single game this season. He is their bell cow. He's going to be the guy who gets the ball. He's averaging, I want to say, close at 20 rush attempts a game. They ride him. their offense. They want to be a time of possessions type offense. And so they're going to keep playing here. So 70 or more rushing yards. I like this number. New England, they're kind of stingy with the run, but they do allow guys to get off. I just think that one of these games is influencing this number very much so, where they didn't give up a lot of rushing yards, and that's why this number looks so low. It's at 93.3. But I trust this number. I trust Tony Pollard. I trust the Cowboys to get back in the rhythm after that showing that they had against Arizona. And so Tony Pollard, 70-plus rushing yards at -115. All right, that's all we have. It has been, honestly, it's been fun because I can give these picks, right? I can give these picks, and I feel good about it. We're going to sweep, okay? I know that's a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plays. 9 plays. We're sweeping the board. 9-0. Go ahead. Put them in a parlay. Who cares? Put them in a parlay. Let me know what the parlay number is. And if it hits, we'll do something special for everybody that's here watching. And so make sure you tune in each and every week. If you missed it, go check out Mark's new show. He's a DFS show. I think he's putting it out on Thursdays from now on. This show is going to continue to keep coming out on Fridays. So make sure you cash the weekend with us. Have a great weekend.
Thank you for listening to Bluff City Bets. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. For comprehensive coverage of all things Memphis sports, head over to www.bluffcitymedia.co and find out how you can become an insider. We will see you back here next week.
It's hard to poke a hole in this roster. I mean, it's weird saying that in August, but just looking at the spread of it, the way it's worked out and come together, and what the staff has done, once again, flowers are deserved.
Isn't it like, if you're poking a hole, it's all kind of more abstract thoughts.
Absolutely.
Like, how are they going to gel? If you're just talking roles, they have every role filled.
Yep, we won't know that for months.
Yeah.
So instead of harping on that, like, some people are going to get fired up about that now. Like, just looking at what's built and where this could potentially go is pretty cool.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
A show over in New Zealand, radio host had Pete Pranica, of all people, on his show, and the guy was saying that a friend of his who's close to Steven Adams said that the Grizzlies kind of mishandled something with his surgery, that he needed surgery the whole time. They said that he didn't. They prolonged it, and then he actually got surgery, and now he's rehabbing from that.
Yeah, they use the word misdiagnosed.
Yeah, that's a strong word. The Grizzlies don't give clear information about stuff, and it leaves room for interpretation.
Right.
And my interpretation is that this story sounds real. Now, I'm not saying this story is true, but it's true-ish. That sounds more realistic than anything the Grizzlies were saying.
When you leave things up for speculation,
Hey, that's what happens. Guys like me just put
guys
two
like
and
that
two
New
together.
Zealand radio guy,
New Zealand
can say
radio
that.
dude, they come out and say, hey,
And I know
my partner said Steven Adams was way more messed up than y'all thought he was.
and not only that,
Yeah.
y'all misdiagnosed that man.
Misdiagnosed. Strong words, man.
Woo.
Strong words.
Tune in to the Anthony Sane Show Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.